I am Carol Angela Davis. Okay, folks, we're going to talk truth, injustice, and of course the American way, at least under the current administration. That's why, folks, hundreds of millions of dollars in that Paycheck Protection Program have gone to those large publicly traded companies. That was emergency funding. They got it. Do you know what it takes to get on a public stock market? You got to have a ton of cash, people. They got a lot of money, and now they got a lot more, okay? The U.S. government allocating at least $243 million of the original $349 billion to those publicly traded companies, bringing me to our slave word, execrable, for extremely bad or unpleasant. Why is it that every time small business owners nowadays have to brush with the U.S. Treasury Department, it leaves an execrable feeling? Not a good thing. All right, the Paycheck Protection Program was designed, excuse me, to help the nation's smallest, publicly traded company is not small, smallest mom and pop shops keep employees on the payroll and not have mass layoffs during the coronavirus pandemic. But apparently it was really all a sick joke. Several of the companies that have received aid, people, they have market values well in excess of $100 million. Can you imagine? $100 million. Okay, we're talking about restaurant chains like the Shake Shack. Shake Shack gave the money back. We're glad, because if they don't, we're not going to the Shake Shack. Also, Potbelly sandwich. Also, Ruth's Hospitality Group. You guys have been to Ruth's Chris 1,000 times and you know it. Give the money back. You don't need it. These companies have received tens of millions of dollars in federal money. We're also talking DMC Global. It serves the energy. We know why they got their money. Industrial and infrastructure markets. They have a market cap of $405 million. Boy, I bet they needed that $10 million. Wave Life Sciences. They work in precision medicine for devastating diseases. They're worth $286 million. They got money, baby. The other one is the Fiesta Restaurant Group. They got money. Now, the Associated Press says at least 75 companies that received the aid, at least 75 were publicly traded. They received a combined $300 million in low interest, taxpayer backed, you paid for it, loans. Statistics released by the Small Business Administration, they also show that 4,400 of the approved loans exceeded $5 million. I still want to know how much you got. Did you get 1,000? You're lucky to get that. This is how the payroll protection plan money was spent, was supposed to be spent. This is how it was spent. 13% to the construction industry. Professional, scientific, and technical services got 12.65%. Manufacturing got 11.9%. Healthcare received 11.65%. And accommodation and food services, that would be the restaurant business, they only got 8.9%. Now, they're not paying the people anyway. Those are the people who probably needed it the most. You know they're not paying the restaurant workers anything. As a matter of fact, word came out today that the restaurant workers say they can make more money on unemployment than they can getting their paychecks. Okay, so where'd that money go? Whose hands did it go in? Well, it's all, you know what they say about things that are done in the dark? Okay. Meanwhile, New York Federal Reserve President John Williams says he doubts growth will return to normal this year. When it does, he said construction is going to be among the first to return. Not if you don't put money in our pockets. Y'all don't get it. If we don't have money to spend, we don't spend. And if we don't spend, businesses don't work, because consumer spending accounts for 60% of the economy. So get the money in the people's hands so we can spend it. Oh, and social distance, because we're not trying to go out there and spend to our deaths. So we have to feel safe. You guys don't get that either, but pull that together, because we'd all like to survive together. I'm Carol Angela Davis. Thanks for watching.